Hey guys, hope everyone's day is going well. Today we're going to be taking a look at the MK1 YoYo's Spyglass. This is an extremely unique yo-yo, but actually a really cool one and a very high performing yo-yo. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Also guys, I got this new lens. What do you think? How do you think it looks? I think it looks pretty good. Before I get any further into the video, if you guys are interested in picking up your very first yo-yo or any of these pro metal yo-yos, click the very first link in my bio. I've got an awesome yo-yo store with just about every single thing on sale. Be sure to check that out and let's get on with the rest of the video. All right, so as usual, I gotta give a quick little free shout out to MK1 YoYos for actually sending me this yo-yo right here. They were generous enough to reach out and ask if I wanted to do a review on it, and of course I said yes, so they sent it right on over. So all of their links and contact information is going to be in the description down below, so be sure to check them out after the end of this video. Now, as usual, in order to get a baseline idea as to what this yo-yo right here is all about, I'm gonna put the specs on the screen right there. Alright, so now that you've had a chance to look at the specs of this yo-yo right here, you can already tell it's pretty regular. So that 53mm diameter, that's pretty small. So this is a little bit more of a pocket-sized throw. The width coming in at 44mm isn't super regular, but just in general, this is more of a smaller, more compact throw. It is made of 7075 aluminum, and it also has stainless steel rims, as you can see there. By the way, guys, this yo-yo looks absolutely sick. It comes in a bunch of different colorways. I'm really happy with the one that I was able to choose, this black with rainbow rims. But as you can see, they've got really a color for just about everyone, so this thing looks awesome already. But anyways, let's talk a little bit more about the design of this yo-yo. So we're gonna start off with the shape right here. First thing you'll notice, again, as I mentioned before, big stainless steel bimetal rims. Those things are nice and thick, they're big, they look awesome. From there, it's really got this nice organic shape, and then a nice deep cut into the center of the yo-yo where it kind of like juts in right there, and then some more low walls. So this is definitely an interesting shape. This shape honestly reminds me a lot of the Atmos Cloudberry, where it has that really big like jut in right there. As you can see, I've got an arrow pointing to it on the screen right there, but it's definitely a very unique shape. So it's kind of this organic shape mixed with this really unique cut right in the shape right there. A bit of a feat of engineering, I've got to say. But anyways, this shape is nice and comfortable to hold in the hand. It comes back to your hand and it doesn't have any sharp edges that would hurt your hand. So in general, I'm pretty impressed with the shape, and I like how it is definitely more on the unique side. Now moving on over to the cup, pretty simplistic here. So we've got these kind of little guiding lines down to a flat center, as you can see right there. The rim itself is decently thick, but I think those bimetal rims really are the ones that are adding a ton of weight rather than just the thickness of the metal. So in general, this is just a pretty simplistic cup. Overall, I gotta say, this is a nice looking yo-yo. It's got a really clean and sleek design. It's definitely got some unique little aspects, but you kind of have to search for them in order to really discover that. But in terms of yo-yo attractiveness and I guess design, I'd say this yo-yo meets my standards. So you guys are all probably wondering, how does this yo-yo actually play on the string? This is a very interesting playing yo-yo, and the first thing is it's definitely fun. Since it is a little bit on the undersize, it just feels a lot more fun and unique than if this yo-yo was a full size. So I'm really happy that they decided to do that. In general, this is a decently well-performing yo-yo. Those bimetal rims do come in clutch with some nice stability and rim weight, and in general, I found this yo-yo to feel pretty darn stable on the string. I wouldn't say that this is your ultimate god performer of a yo-yo like a Dropnir or whatever, but this is still a very good performing yo-yo, and I definitely was able to hit almost all of my tricks on it with ease. I'd say spin time is definitely really nice with this yo-yo, and although it does have a bit higher walls and, you know, a more organic shape, it does pretty well when there's lots of strings in the gap, and it also does well when you kind of hit the string up against the yo-yo and have that friction there. I think it's just a very powerful spinning yo-yo that kind of combats the more organic shape that usually isn't associated with a yo-yo performing too well. In general, I'd say this yo-yo performs a little bit more on the light side. I found that it kind of danced along the string. It's also worth noting that since this yo-yo is smaller just in terms of dimension, it's less volume traveling through the air, and as a result, it's just going to feel a little bit more lighter when you're playing with it. But yeah, as you can see, I was able to hit all my fast tricks with this yo-yo. I was also able to hit nice whips and slacks. Although the gap is a little bit more on the narrow side just because of those pretty high walls, I really didn't have too much trouble with string tricks, and I was in general pretty pleased with the performance. Regens and binds were also really good with this yo-yo. I'd say here and there I got a little bit of a snag, but I think I'm also still working in those response pads, so that's really not too big of a deal. I found regens to be very good with this yo-yo. I was able to pull off some really powerful regens, and that was super satisfying to do with this yo-yo. In regards to more technical tricks where there's lots of strings in the gap of the yo-yo, I found this yo-yo performed very well, and since it is a little bit more on the undersize, it is able to get into those more nitty-gritty and tight string configurations. And finally, in terms of grinds, this yo-yo is pretty darn good. The body of the yo-yo has a very smooth matte finish, and as a result, I was able to hit some nice finger grinds, as you can see there. I also was able to do talon and thumb grinds. I thought those were pretty good. I wouldn't really recommend doing any palm grinds with this yo-yo just because of the fact that it has more polished rims right there that are going to come in contact with your palm. And finally, for finger spins, this yo-yo is pretty darn good. The actual cup allows your finger to kind of naturally guide itself into the center. And although the center is flat, it's got a nice little area to kind of, you know, spin around the circle. And so I was able to do finger spins for a decently long time and do some fun little combos, as you can see there. So in general, the MK1 Spyglass is a solid yo-yo. It's a smaller yo-yo, it feels a little bit more light and nimble, but it's a performer. If you are looking for those kind of qualities in a yo-yo, I would highly recommend picking one of these up. Again, all the contact information is in the description down below. All right, and that's about it for my review of the MK1 YoYo Spyglass. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button so you can see whenever I post a new video. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.